and gentlemen, again, welcome to Gachie Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Today, William Ruto was in Bomet. After the church, he had a political rally, and I noted a number of things. Number one, that he has chosen to go back to the campaign, and he has started from his backyard. In fact, initially, he started by talking to the people in the mother tongue language. And something else I noted is that he said some things that I don't agree with. Like now he said that when he went to the X, people ran away. But because I was also in that forum, I remember William Ruto excused himself, and he said that he was going to State House because there was a team that was leaving, I don't know which team, which country, and he was to preside there. So he excused himself. So he cannot say that people ran away. We did not run away, we were there. The second thing is about the tone. That tone is wrong in my view, coming at a time when the country is hopelessly divided. And William Ruto is very, very angry. I want you to listen to part of his speech.
Ile hatuwezi kukubali taifa letu ni eti tuwachane na demokrasia, twende kwa udikteta wa fujo, maafa, kuharibu mali na mambo ya kuleta anarchy katika taifa letu la Kenya. That one we will not do. Na ndio mimi nasema, as a government, we will protect our democracy.
About protecting lives and property, I agree with him that life should be protected at all costs. A government that cannot protect life and property has no business being in power. We have seen people die. Several people have died. We have seen abductions. We have seen unnecessary arrest. We have seen people confined in police cells, not even being taken to court. We have seen people dumped along the road, others along riverbanks. And William Ruto has the responsibility of stopping this kind of madness. He needs to bring order. He needs to stop the policemen from killing people. He needs to stop the goons who have infiltrated the peaceful demonstrators. For on that one, we agree that he needs to stop the goons. He needs to stop those people, the policemen who are killing others. Let's continue listening.
We will protect the peace and stability of our nation, and we will deal firmly and resolutely with those who are engaged in mayhem, in anarchy, in destroying people's property, in causing the death of Kenyans, and in causing the loss of property and looting in the Republic of Kenya. There is no place in Kenya, there is no place in our democracy, there is no place in our law or constitution for anybody to have a free license to visit mayhem, anarchy, death, and violence on the people of Kenya. We have a government to ensure that.
If I may ask, why has the government not been able to do that? Because we have seen these things happening. We have seen destruction of properties. We have seen even police watching, people raiding, goons raiding supermarkets. We have seen thugs, goons having miti ya majebe, wakiwa karibu na polisi, wakiwa watazama tu pale. What has stopped the government from bringing order? What has stopped the policemen from arresting these goons? Ladies and gentlemen, you see, I think what William Ruto is telling us, that the government has failed. That is the message.
Life and property is safe and secure, and we will do it. Ama unasema tuwaache wakora watuibie, wafunje mali yetu, waharibu amani. Na nimewaeleza, kama kuna watu wako na mpango tofauti, sisi tuko na mpango ya mambo ya elimu ya watoto wetu inajulikana. Tumewaajiri walimu 56,000. Tumeweka funding model mpya ambayo inashughulikia Wakenya na tumeongeza pesa ya kilimo. Tumeongeza na pesa ya elimu. Tumepanga mambo ya kilimo. Mbolea imekuja 2,500. Tumezalisha chakula ya kutosha. Kahawa wanalipa bora zaidi. Chai wanalipa bora zaidi. Maziwa inalipwa bora zaidi. Tuko na mpango ya kupanga ajira ya vijana wetu. Tuko na program ya housing.
Farmers in the room, you can tell us if mnalipwa vizuri. Coffee farmers, tea farmers, milk farmers, is it true that mnalipwa vizuri? Because that is what the president is saying. According to the president, everything is okay. There's no need of complaining. If that is the case, that is what the president is saying. But what are the facts on the ground? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're here and you're a farmer, maybe you can comment in the comment section so that we can actually see if what he's saying is true. Because what I've seen on the ground is that people are very angry. I've met farmers who are very angry. I've met farmers who are very angry that pesa zao zinakatwa kodi ya hali ya juu sana. And he also talked about the new funding model, but we know that university students are complaining. We know the interest rates of help is very high. We know that there are people who are not getting anything. We know that there's a lot of discrimination. We know that this is not the best. We know the other program was even better than the new funding model. So let us address the fact as they are.
Na program ya market, tuko na program ya hostels inaendelea katika taifa letu la Kenya. Wakenya saizi 1,160 wameajiriwa kwa program ya housing. Wakenya 1,150 wameajiriwa kwa program ya digital jobs. Hawa watu wengine tunataka tuwaulize, badala ya kulete fujo, badala ya kulete vita, badala ya kuharibu mali na kuiba mali ya wananchi, mtuambie mpango yenu tofauti na yetu. Wakenya wataamua mpango gani ni bora kuliko ingine. It is obvious that we cannot replace our democracy and the transformation and the plan we have today. We cannot replace it with mayhem, with anarchy, with destruction of property. It is not possible. We are intelligent people in Kenya and we know what we want. And I have said, those who are sponsoring, those who are marketing, those who are orchestrating this violence, they cannot continue to be faceless. They cannot continue to be nameless. They cannot continue to be formless. They cannot continue to be anonymous. Let them step forward and tell us, what is this violence going to achieve in the Republic of Kenya? And what is their plan?
About the people who are sponsoring the demonstrations. If you ask me, it will look like these demonstrations are spontaneous. And when you look at the organizations of these demonstrations, you see the youth are just erupting because of the high cost of living, because the government is not listening. If you listen to William Samoei Ruto and even Raila Odinga and many other politicians, you realize that they have not understood what Gen Z want. In fact, they have not understood Gen Z properly. And I think going forward, if you listen to the Gen Z, even Raila Odinga, when he says that he won't work with the government, they are saying no. Even the cabinet that William Samoei Ruto named, maybe William Samoei Ruto does not know that people want a fresh start, want to start afresh. Because when he brought now new faces, you realize that people did not make noise so much about the new face. But the old members of the cabinet who are there, the fact that William Samoei Ruto was able to return them tells you that he has not actually understood the Gen Z movement.
Beyond this violence. Sinamna hiyo? Yes. Wasituambie tu wanapanga maandamano ya fujo. Watuambie hii fujo, maandamano ya fujo, maafa ambayo inaendelea, ile uharibifu ya mali, ile mali watu wanachomewa, hiyo mpango yote itafika wapi na itasaidia nini na itasaidia nani? Na ndio nimesema going forward we will protect the nation. Going forward we will protect the nation. We will protect life, We will protect property. We will stop the looters. We will stop the killers. We will stop mayhem. We will stop anarchy, because Kenya is a democracy and we want a peaceful, stable nation. And our issues...
You see, that is the work of any government. Protecting lives, protecting properties, I've said. Stopping mayhem, stopping and arresting looters. That's the work of any government. And when you look at the president, you realize that it looks like he's not conversant with the constitution very clearly, because we can have peaceful demonstrations. Because initially we were able to see the real Gen Z demonstrating with their flags, mobile phones, water in bottles, handkerchiefs, very peaceful. There was no looting, there was no destruction of property, there was no what. But immediately the police entered this and wakaanza kuigilia yale mambo kuharibu. That is when we started seeing chaos all over. And I agree that these rooters, these people who are looting people's businesses, these policemen who are killing innocent people, these people who are burning houses should be stopped. Yeah.
Are resolved using democratic means. Ama mnasemaje watu wa Kenya? Mnasema tusimamishe hii fujo na tusimamishe hii vita na tusimamishe maandamano ya maafa na maandamano ya kuharibu mali ya watu. I want to promise you it's going to stop. Enough is enough. Ama mnasemaje? Si imetosha hii maneno? Walisema tusipitishe finance bill. Mimi nimewacha finance bill. Nikawaita wakasema hawataki kuja kuzungumza na mimi. Wakaniambia niende huko kwa X. Mimi nikaenda kwa X. Wakatoroka huko hawakuwepo. Wakaniambia tuitishe mazungumzo. Nimeitisha mazungumzo, wamekataa. Nimewaambia wanaendelea kusema wao ni faceless, wao ni formless, sijui wako nini. Mimi nimewaambia sasa, my friends, you know, I have given a chance to everybody to say whatever they want. You know, it cannot continue like this. The country is much more important than any group of people. We must stand together as a nation, protect our nation, and make sure that Kenya is a democracy.
So, what does this mean, ladies and gentlemen? After listening to that speech, what comes to your mind? We can make a number of conclusions. Number one, if Gen Z is going to continue with maandamano, expect serious confrontation. Expect a lot of police brutality. Because if you listen to William Samoei Ruto, the speech is fiery. It is tantamount to declaring war against the demonstrators. And I think the best thing, that approach, in my view, is wrong. The best approach would be to appeal to the Gen Z, continue appealing to the Gen Z, and come down to their level of understanding. Just as I said in the beginning, William Samoei Ruto is saying that when he went to X, people ran away. They did not run away. They were there. I'm saying he's the one who left area. Again, when you look at what we are seeing here, we seem to be blaming people we cannot be able to clearly identify. We say these are the people who are doing this. So the issue here, even if the finance bill was dropped, what was in that finance bill? When you look at it, Kenyans have been talking about the high cost of living. If you look at it, in that finance bill, it was going to increase taxes. And that is what Kenyans do not want. But have we seen the government still we have seen the government still introducing new taxes. Like now, the road maintenance levy was able to move from 18 shilling to, is it 25 shilling? You see, that is what Kenyans do not want. They are, William Samoei Ruto is telling Kenyans that enough is enough. But you see, the Gen Z, on the other hand, are also telling the government, enough is enough with taxation. Enough is enough with the cabinet secretaries, the ones that you brought. Enough is enough with overtaxation. Enough is enough with corruption. Enough is enough with tribalism. That is what they are saying. So you see the president and the Gen Z are not actually understanding each other. But when you listen to the Gen Z, they are very clear. Very clear. And by the way, let's hope that the demonstration will be peaceful. Let's hope. Because according to the Constitution, it's right to picket, right to demonstrate. But we appeal to the policemen not to interfere with the demonstrators. Because if they interfere with the demonstrators, they are going to get out of problems. And something else I know is that the demonstrators themselves can be able to stop the goons. Wanajua, they know who is there to steal. They can be able to stop them. But now when the police comes now, start unleashing tear gas that who knows what it contains. Because it could be poisonous, who knows? I don't know. But from where I sit, William Samoei Ruto's fearless speech is likely to create more problems. Have a blessed Sunday evening. Bye-bye.